Well, it seems like this new Snow White movie is just going to be a complete disaster for Disney in 2024. The more we hear about it, the worse it gets. But overall, it just seems like we're going to be getting anything but Snow White in this movie. All of this started off with D23 when Rachel Zegler opened her mouth about her Snow White, along with her thoughts on the original movie that Disney did back in the 1930s.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
Now, I'm not sure which version of Snow White that Rachel Zegler watched, but that wasn't the one that I think the majority of the world saw. But okay, whatever. And then there was the interview with Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot that just made it completely worse.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
And then we got the god-awful set photos that people said were fake, and then it turned out to be real. Oh my god, this is awful. It literally is hilariously bad. And what we're getting is Snow Off-White and the 7 homeless hipsters of Portland. This is what creative bankruptcy looks like. Initially, Disney denied that these were real, but it turns out they were, and these were just nothing more than extras, and they were getting some pickup shots. And mind you, this is what the costuming for this film is going to look like. And finally, we get the chef's kiss of everything that has come out so far. And mind you that this is actually rumor, but based off the things that we've heard previously.
She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
I personally have a hard time believing that these are not real. I mean, come on, this is Disney after all. And all the rumors that have come out over the years from Star Wars to Marvel and The Little Mermaid have all been true, so why would this be any different? And this latest rumor is that Snow White is going to be a liberal socialist revolutionary. You just can't make this shit up anymore. Now, this article comes from Bounding into Comics, written by John F. Trent. And this latest rumor is coming from My Time to Shine Hello on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it these days. The people who save Snow White in this version are called the bandits. Jonathan, the male love interest, who isn't a prince, is also a bandit. Now, because this is modern Disney, I think that they're going to severely downplay the romance between Snow White and Jonathan. My god, that's boring. But hey, Disney has not exactly been known for their mind-blowing ideas these days, or their originality for that. Jesus, this is mind-blowingly stupid. And they're probably gonna put a lot of emphasis on the fact that Snow White is some wannabe revolutionary. The bandits are like Robin Hood. They steal from the queen to feed the poor. Totally sounds like Snow White, am I right? Snow White herself is an independent, liberal socialist in this version, and with the bandits lead a revolution against the queen. Now, I find all this rather entertaining because in my review of Quantumania, I pointed out that Hank Pym is basically pushing socialism. And people are like, oh no, it's just like one line. Well, here we go again. If true, provided you. If true, this is very clear that Disney is trying to push socialism for some reason. I mean, come on, they're a large corporation. Why would you do that? It's stupid. Really stupid. But this is current year after all, and nobody said that current year made any freaking sense. Oh, and to head this one off at the pass in case somebody decides to come into my comments and say something like this.
Why do you care so much about a children's cartoon that is for girls? That's just weird.
First off, I think that the original Snow White is a timeless classic. Is it something I super care about? No, not really. But it is a part of our culture and it needs to be defended. When somebody comes along and wants to go and bastardize our culture and turn it into something that it is not, it really pisses me off. And this cultural vandalism needs to be called out. So yes, this is why I talk about things I don't particularly have a large interest in, because it is important. And what is being done is the very definition of cultural appropriation. You know, the very thing that these people claim to care about and not before, but yet they are in some capacity, when it's the right culture, of course. And Disney is the worst appropriator of them all. Anyway, folks, this is my take. What is yours? Are you planning on seeing the Snow White movie? I know I am. I'm looking forward to this disaster. It's going to be freaking glorious. Personally, I hope that this is going to be the straw that breaks the mouse's back, because it seems that the only lesson that woke corporations like Disney learn is when they lose copious amounts of money. Anyway, make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way out, and if you're interested, go and check out my other video I did on Rachel Zegler. I'll catch you next time, folks.